Hello, friends. Today we're talking about a major international crisis, one that affects your fuel prices, the rupee, inflation, and maybe even your job. Yes, the rising tensions between Israel and Iran. So let's break this down simply and clearly. What just happened? Israel has launched a major attack on Iran, targeting nuclear facilities and military bases. Israel says it was necessary for their security. But American experts say Iran's nuclear enrichment wasn't even weapons grade. So this strike is seen by many as unprovoked and extremely dangerous. In response, Iran launched over 200 ballistic missiles at Israeli nuclear sites and even civilian areas. Over 130 people have died already. The region is in chaos. This marks a huge shift in Iran because Israel usually acts in secret. Now it's open war. The line has been crossed. How the world reacted. Let's look at how countries around the world responded. The U.S., former President Trump seemed to support Israel. Gulf nations, most condemned the attack, but some like Saudi Arabia may secretly be happy to see Iran weakened. China stayed silent. Why? Because it needs both Iran for oil and Israel for tech. Russia gave a weak condemnation knowing the U.S. would veto any strong UN action. Europe, alarmed but doesn't trust Iran either. India, a member of the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, did not join the SCO's statement against Israel. India is walking a tightrope, choosing quiet diplomacy and strategic autonomy. Why this crisis matters to India. Now let's talk about why all of this directly affects India. Oil prices. 60% of India's crude oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran might block. If oil prices rise above $100 per barrel, it means higher petrol and diesel prices, more inflation, falling rupee, wider trade deficit, less money for public spending. Indians in Gulf. Over 8 million Indian citizens live and work in the Gulf region. Their lives and earnings could be in danger. Foreign investment. Investors don't like uncertainty. Last year, foreign investment in India was already very low. This crisis will make investors even more cautious. India's dilemma. India has big projects in Iran like the Chabahar port, but also deep ties with Israel in defense and technology. India must balance carefully. What should India do now? So what's the way forward? How can India protect its economy from this global storm? 1. Focus on domestic economy. India's biggest priority is its own economy. We are vulnerable to oil shocks, currency swings, and investment flows. 2. Diversify energy sources. Don't depend only on Russian oil discounts. It can upset the U.S. India must buy from multiple countries to avoid pressure. 3. Smart trade deals. The UK free trade deal will start next year. A trade pact with the U.S. is still uncertain. India should fast-track such agreements to boost exports. 4. RBI's smart move. The Reserve Bank of India cut interest rates early and pumped money into the economy. This was a preemptive strike to soften the blow from global turmoil. 5. Slow growth warning. India's expected GDP growth for 2025-26 is 6.5%, the lowest in 4 years. It might fall even more now. 6. Public investment must continue. Private companies are not investing much. Only the government is driving growth through capital spending. This must continue to keep jobs and infrastructure moving. 7. FDI strategy needed. India needs net FDI equal to 2% of GDP. We need to offer smart incentives and ease rules to attract investors. 8. Rethink Chinese investment. India could allow Chinese investments in non-sensitive areas like electric vehicles, EVs, infrastructure, renewable energy. This will boost manufacturing and trade without compromising security. Conclusion: a crisis and an opportunity. Yes, this West Asia crisis is serious. It threatens India's oil security, economic stability, and diplomatic balance. But if handled well, this could also be India's moment. A chance to become more self-reliant, diversify energy and trade, build strategic strength, and emerge as a responsible global power. Crisis reveals character, and this may just be India's test. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is more than global politics, and this is your economy, your future.